All right, people, grab your pencil and paper. We're going to draw something. All right, welcome back to the Rye Cave. So, today we're going to do a very basic drawing lesson. I come across those people who say they cannot draw. Usually it's a teacher or an adult. They just say, I can't draw, and that's it. Well, I think they're liars. And we're going to suss them out today. This is going to be a very basic drawing lesson. So, if you do want to make comic books, and you're one of those people who says, I can't draw. I just can't figure it out. This is for you. We're gonna go in very, very easily. All right, so get your favorite pencil. This is my Ticonderoga. It's been worn down. Get some paper. Nothing fancy, just printer paper. It's fine. And let's get down to it. Okay, I've got my pencil. I got my paper. And we're gonna start, like I said, very simply. So the first thing we're going to draw is what we could all draw. A circle. Okay? Just go around. Does not have to be a perfect circle. Right? Easy peasy. Take a breather. Whew, we did it. All right. We're going to do a line going down, a line going down, line going down, line, line. We've done it. A stick man. Now we can all do a stick man, right? The people who say they cannot draw, they usually do a stick man, then they give up. But I say a stick man is a great place to start because it's circle and line. Anything you ever want to draw, we're going to break it down, and we're going to break it down to circles and lines. Now I'm going to show you something overwhelming. Don't get frightened. This is a picture of Anomaly petting some cats. Shocking, I know. Now, I want you to look closely. See that blue pencil beneath the regular pencils? That's called underdrawing. This is actually the pencil I used. It's a non-photo blue pencil. Don't have to worry about that right now. But what I'm trying to show you is that drawing is cumulative. So if we start doing our underdrawing in blue, we can go in later with a darker color and we won't see the blue as much. So when we draw, we're actually going to draw in phases. We're going to draw lighter, then a little bit darker, and then finally at the end, the darkest. Because the idea is, when I show you this, you don't notice the blue right away. You just see Anomaly petting some cats. But I drew very basic shapes to begin with. Then I drew a little bit more detail. And then I finally went in with my number 2, and I added all the detail that I wanted you to see. So today, we're only going to be doing the very, very light pencils. All right, so let's get a new piece of paper. Get out of here. You've served your purpose. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to draw the figure, a human body. But we're only going to use circles and lines like we just did for the stick man. Okay, nothing crazy. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go about midway on the paper, and we're going to start by doing a circle. Perfect. Take a break. Go outside. Get a drink. Next, we're going to add, get ready, another circle. A little bit smaller below that circle. Now what we've just drawn is the torso of a person, the trunk, from the neck to the groin. Looks like an upside down snowman or a figure 8. Easy. Next, we're going to bisect it, which means we're just going to draw a line horizontally right down the center. Okay? Now, we're going to put a line going across the top. It might extend out past the circle. Beneath that line, we're going to add some circles. Now, anywhere that my character is going to be able to bend, anywhere he has a joint, I'm going to put a circle just to let me know that that character has a joint there. We're going to drop down and put 2 more circles for our character's hips. Now we're going to draw some legs. So I'll draw my leg first and I'll explain what happens. So I'm going to start out by doing kind of a long line, just straight down. So the rule of thumb for legs is that your leg should be longer than your torso. Pretty good. Once I know that my leg is longer or about the same size as my torso, at the midway point, I'm going to put a circle for the knee. At the end point, I'm going to put a circle for the ankle. Okay? What I do on one side, I'm going to do on the other. And again, this doesn't have to be perfect because we're only doing the underdrawing at this point. I also want you to take note, look at my pencil. It's great. The eraser's gone, okay? That's because erasing is part of drawing. Don't be afraid to erase. I'll erase this whole leg right now, and I'll redraw it. Erasing is part of drawing. Okay, now we're going to do some arms. There's a fun rule for arms, and you can do this on your own body by standing up. If your arms hang at your side, your elbow is about the midway point of your body. And we know the midway point of this guy is where those 2 circles meet. The second part is character should always be able to reach into their pockets. Pockets are going to fall about the hip. There you have it. All right. Now, the last part of this is going to be the head. Now, we're going to do an ellipse. I know I said circles and lines, but an ellipse is just a circle that you stretched out. So, just like that. An oval, an egg shape, an ellipse. And that's it. A glorified stickman. I wouldn't take this guy into battle, but I might take this guy into battle. Some things to note. What we drew here is an average default male type body. If you wanted to have an average default female type body, the difference at this stage in a female and male type bodies are the torsos. When we drew the male type body, the torso had a large circle at the top and a smaller circle beneath it. A female type body has 2 of the similar size circles. The reason for that is because male type bodies carry the center of gravity in their chest, and female type bodies carry the center of gravity in their hips. If it helps, you can think about the Incredibles. Mr. Incredible, top heavy. Mrs. Incredible, Elastigirl, wide hips. But that is the only difference at this stage. So, you might say, wait a minute, I didn't want to learn this. I wanted to draw something cool like Spider-Man or Anomaly petting some cats. Why am I drawing this? This is boring. Well, a lot of times when you read comic books, very seldom are they standing like this. But if you can learn this, then you can get better. So say I wanted to draw a character, and they're doing a cool pose. They're running. I'm drawing the Flash. Right? Oh, can't forget the speed lines. Now, if I'm drawing the Flash and I drew this and I like the way the pose looks, I can proceed to adding some detail, drawing his muscles. But if I don't like the way the pose looks, I only spent, the 10 seconds it took to draw this pose, and I can just get rid of it. I'm going to recycle that, don't worry. So it's good to learn how to manipulate this body before you start doing all of the detail. Find out you don't like the pose or you ran out of room on the page. This saves you time. A cool thing you can do is you can look at poses from a person in a magazine, maybe an athlete, and try to draw the default body looking at their pose and try to create that pose. All right, so we did it. There you go. So now you can no longer say you can't draw. You're a budding artist. We'll hold on to that. In our next video, we'll add some more detail to them. We'll go to the next level of construction lines, and we'll just keep working at it until we get a final guy. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for drawing today, and proud of you. See you next time. And remember, keep making comics.